Never underestimate the summer weather, especially the summer sun. And I will get into detail after I roll this intro.
Welcome, the Gamer Man's Lounge. Awaken to play.
Hopefully things are going well for you guys. As for me, welcome to the Gamer Man's Lounge, and I do have things going on as I'm dealing with this summer sun, and boy, let me get into detail. As we deal with the summer sun, I am in the afternoon, 100 degrees, and it can get very hotter. And however, the summer has been getting more formidable than ever. That's right, the summer heat has been persistent as well, especially more persistent than ever. As a matter of fact, the summer heat and the summer sun has been hogging up the spotlight all throughout October and even November. Something that I noticed last year. However, there was a day that I decided to investigate in the event this summer sun escalates the way that it is. And after having a story time with family members, there was some very interesting details. 120 degrees in October. That's interesting. As a matter of fact, not only 120 degrees in October, but there was a power outage. And because of the heat, the family had no choice but to, stay under a shade outside in some tree, wondering if that tree is around. Probably not. That detail got very interesting. If it is such the case that history repeats itself, but history repeats itself and we see improvements, I say sarcastically, then in December, you'll be experiencing a cold morning where you end up putting on a jacket. But then when you get to the afternoon, you end up overheating because that cold morning turns into a overwhelmingly heated afternoon. And that's a very interesting thing to keep in mind about. In the middle of December. So that definitely could be the case that in the middle of December, you're going to be ending up wearing a Hawaiian shirt and cargo shorts. However, as that summer heat begins to tense up, we actually end up becoming more limited in ability because of the unforeseen circumstances that have been happening throughout the recent years. And that's the thing. We have to be careful with how we go about our showers, especially our meals, and that's the problem. But here is where, hold on. But here is where I also have a serious situation and a dilemma. This air conditioning unit, window air conditioning unit, has been acting very, very weird. At first I thought, okay, the summer sun was persistent and bypassing both my air conditioners. But now it got way weirder. Now the problem is that every summer it has its moments where it starts to blow hot air. And that is something it never done before. However, it has been hugely suspected that this unit could probably be on its last leg. And that's definitely something. And if that's the case, it needs to be replaced. And I don't need it blowing out hot air all of a sudden when I'm dealing with weather that's going to be nearing 110 degrees. That's not something that we definitely really need at all when it comes to our window AC units. However, how I go about my replacement for the window AC unit, I have to be careful. I have to be careful with what I can fit through the already made hole. So, I've been told to go up to 8,000 BTU. The AC that I'm currently using is a 5,000 BTU. And however, people are saying I should go up to 8,000 BTU. But there's a problem. As you go for a higher BTU, the AC unit increases in size. And when it increases in size, that's where you're pretty much going to have to do the extra construction work to make the already made hole bigger. And to do a quick, tiny construction job is not something you can easily pull off in today's day and age. Well, let's just say, yeah, be careful, don't cut wires, pay attention, absolutely. But we all know in today's days, it could lead to a situation, an unexpected situation, with an unexpected outcome where you might be removed from your home and you're having to figure out a way to get yourself back. And we could be talking about money paid on top of paying for the AC unit that could basically involve transportation, hell, even legal fees. All it takes is a mysterious, unexpected, and uninvited pair of eyes. That's right, this is where I decided to come up with the alternate kitchen. Being in the kitchen could lead to something unpredictable happening, which is more likely than ever for that to happen. And that's the thing. The last thing you need is that unexpected, unpredictable thing to happen, because if that happens, it can pretty much tense up health conditions, mostly mental health conditions, and there's physical health conditions that can escalate. So, I mean, you're also going to be stressing out the entire neighborhood if something happens. So, we gotta be careful. And that is where we go ahead and fast forward to definitely 7 p.m. That's right, 7 p.m. and I forgot that I was doing a vlog, but I was busy keeping an eye out for stuff, and okay, there's something that's about to go down, but I can't do the thing until the morning. So, in the meantime, until I'm able to do that thing in the morning, I can go ahead and do something unique. Like, take a look at that weird looking gadget that I left uncharged and is needing of a full charge right over there. Okay, so I will go ahead and take a look at that cooling fan right over there that's sitting in the charger, but here's the catch and here's the dilemma. I found it in that same spot, not only collecting dust, but with 0% battery and in dire need of being put in a charger. That's right, so I have to plug it in through a USB Type-C cord and get it charging from 0 to 99. Here's the good news. The cooling fan is at 75%. However, the interesting news is that I've been hearing some noises from the outside, so I came out and checked, and then the next thing you know, yep, it's windy. Very windy. Like I just found out it was windy just now, so yeah. Okay, so as we can see already, it's charged. It's fully charged, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a quick look at the cooling fan. So as you can see right here, it's portable. It runs off a portable battery. So yes, what you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to fill this water tank with water, and then you just hit the power button for 2 seconds, and then you can see it do that. Now, how you access the water, how you access the water tank is essentially, you see this part right here? So, this is what you had to do. Yes, I just did all that without explaining a single thing. So, what happens here is that you just open that, and then you open that, and then you fill the water, and then you close that, and then close that, and then you see these 3 wavy lines. What I'm going to do here is that I'm going to hit one. It'll set off one of the misting sprinkler things. And then I hit another time, it'll activate both. And what it does, it's like, it'll basically, with the misting spray, it'll basically use the water tank to shoot water up, and then the fan basically blows water forward. And yeah, it's a way of kind of cooling you off. It's pretty great. And you see this nice little button right there. So I'm gonna set it, actually I'll set it on my palm and then hit the button. Here we go. And see if I don't knock it down. Yeah, it's rotating by itself. I can hold it in the palm of my hand. This is getting interesting. Okay, I'm gonna shut it off. Yeah, I'm not... Okay, so... Okay, I can see what it's doing. Okay, it's working. I can feel the cooling from the water. Okay, I can feel it cooling me off, so that's pretty good. It's doing its job, but my question here is how really effective. Okay, I can adjust the fan speeds by pressing the power button. So they have the power button and the fan speed button in the same spot, so that's the thing. So I hold the power button for 2 seconds and I shut it off, and then I hold it in for 2 seconds, and then I tap once to adjust the fan speeds. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hit... Let's see if it can use up what little water it has. I'm gonna set it on rotation. Oh, it just has only one mode of rotation, so it'll just rotate from left to right, or whatever the case it is. Will it reset depending on orientation? No, it'll basically continue the rotation path. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I can feel the coolness emitting off of that. I could feel it. I think for best results, we could try cold water, but the water that's already in the thing, I'm impressed, so I will say that. So yeah, it's actually doing its work in cooling me off. What I do see it do is basically kind of have some benefit, like your own portable cooling station on the go. Or you can have like a little extra cooling to cool off the spot that you're in. So let's just say you feel like the area isn't cool enough, so you just pop that bad boy out, and that's how it works. I'm not calling it a necessity. I don't see... You know what, we'll see. We'll see if it's actually useful, but I do see its usefulness. So, like, if you're not cooled off enough, or you're, like, still, like, if you still feel like it's warmer, you could pretty much pop that out, and then just adjust the fan speeds, hit the little button right there, and then just do the rotation if you want to, or just not. You can have it pointed at you, and it'll basically... Okay, so what I'm going to do is have it pointed at me. I could feel the breeze. I could really feel the breeziness, to say the least. I will say that. It is very breezy. It's... Okay. It's starting to do its job, but it does rely off of water. And that is definitely a thing. It is essentially like a misting fan, or like a fan that's like... So, yeah, like I said again, you just fill the tank up with water, and then you hit the power button, you hit the wavy button, and then what it'll do is that it'll output water from the tank, shoot water upward, and then the fan from the back will just go ahead and just push the water forward, and that's kind of giving you that misting, cooling effect. So I can see it actually useful for, like, if you want to go if you want some extra cooling to cool you off, that's an idea. That's an idea. If you want some extra cooling to cool you off, I could see that. But no, seriously, I can totally feel the breeze actually taking effect. So it's doing its job. It's just that you have to be careful. I don't know about if you can try it with hot water or something like that, but I think for best results, I would say put some ice in cold water. Or if you want to be safe, just get cold water and just pour the cold water in there. Something like that. So, yeah, not bad. I like what I'm seeing, but I do like the portability because it has its own built-in battery, and the fact that you can charge via USB Type-C. So it does have a Type-C port in the back. So, yeah. However, if you want to go about using the portable battery, the one I have here that is powering the ring light, so I'd say I would just go ahead and get a bigger one of that, and that would be cool, or just get an extra one for that. I could see where that kicks in. So yeah, there's that. But I will say I'm impressed. I like what I'm feeling. I like... Oh, and they do have the LED light button where you can adjust the light. You could turn the lights off, or you could turn the LED lights on, which is pretty cool. I will go ahead. You know what? How about I turn off the ring light, and then... Yeah, let's see it. Oh, yeah, I could... Okay, so if you could see right here, you could totally... Oh, wow. Yeah, look at the lighting on that. I will say, impressive. So, you do have the lighting indicators. Oh, hey, you do... Okay, there... Yeah, you can see the lighting inside that. Okay, my bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, open the back up real quick. And... Yeah, I could see... Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Ooh! Oh wow! I can... Holy crap. It's like the mist, like, penetrated into me, so I need to be careful. Just be careful. I don't think it's gonna poke you and make you bleed. But I do see the pressure coming out from the misting. I can really feel... You know, if I say I can feel it stinging, that'd be over-dramatic. But I do feel a result from it, so there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and close that real quick. So yeah. We'll go ahead and test it more throughout the video. But I'm going to go ahead, plug this camera in the charger, and I'll get ready for the next day when I'm about to get that one thing dealt with. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit that rotation button off. And, oh yeah. Hit that button. Is it still... Yeah, it is still shooting out the remaining water. But until it gets emptied out, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I see 75% already. Then again, you know what? I'll do the battery life test. How about I'll do a battery life test later in the video? But I am getting cooled off very well. Really cooled off well enough for me to remember that I gotta get you... Oh, that's right. I gotta get you a video game recommendation. Let the Lounge recommend you a game. It's Quake Arena Arcade. And by the way, it's exclusive on Xbox, but forwards compatible for Xbox Ones and Xbox Series. Arena Arcade is a very solid port that combines content from Quake 3 Arena and Quake 3 Team Arena, blends them both together, adds in new exclusive content to the game, a new extended that combines both campaigns from 3 and Team Arena together and extends it some more. Oh yes, and also, you can also play with LANs, and you can play online, but you can also play offline with bots. In practice mode, it's a very solid port. if you can get the hang of using the controller. Yes, you have to get the hang of using the controller, but hey, this port is worth checking out. Good morning, it is morning, and that's right, and this morning something is supposed to happen, and I'm about to get ready for it real quick, and that's what's going to end up happening here. Okay, now that it's early in the morning, it's time to finally install the new AC unit for the bedroom. Got the remote and the stuff that's about to go down. So, yeah, here we go. So here's what's going on. Unfortunately, we had to do the quick extra construction work to make a hole a bit bigger to fit in the 6,000 BTU, which is what I did fear and what I wanted to not happen, but it is the way that it is. But hey, I got it in. It's blowing. It's doing its job. It's doing a really good job here. I will say that. So what if I go ahead and move on over? I'll set the speed to low real quick. Hit mode 75. That's an 75. It's doing its job. So I have to. Yeah, I'll have to keep it on the cool. Then I can get away with eco. That's how it's gonna work. Good thing I have this remote with me. Did I show it off? Yeah. Good thing I have this remote with me. That would be good. So that way I don't have to get up and switch things. I need to be careful not to lose this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it. Put it right by where I sleep. So on this bed that I need to wash. I already sprayed with sanitary spray the desk. Okay. And yeah, not bad. So you know what? I'll go do my Gacha Gaming. Okay, so going from 5,000 and about to go out to 6,000 BTU, I will say, progress. I can feel it from left and right when I was going through a Gacha Games session of 3 games, okay? So after the 3 games, plus having to wash the bed sheets and taking my bed sheets out of the dryer and getting my bed set up from left and right, okay? I definitely feel this air conditioning working really well, and I feel that this is a damn well good increase. 6,000 BTU is absolutely great enough to cool this room off. So yeah, after setting up my bed, means having to go to the washer and dryer, and yeah, I am getting pooped, so I need this fan on as well. So that way I can just accelerate the cooling process of myself. And that, actually that's a really good thing. I noticed something when it comes to the, all I did was just turn it off, and it's really cool enough. It's cool enough. You can just turn it to high if you want to take a nap. But then again, I wouldn't do it in the middle of the day because we've had unpredictable blackouts. Yeah, I'll get to that later in the video. But when you have an unpredicted blackout when it comes to clear skies on a summer day, the power goes off and okay, the electricity people need to go and do some repairs on the power lines. Yeah, that's definitely some bad timing. You'll wake up with your air conditioner off, you'll be overheated, that'll be a situation. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'll go ahead and say something. Alright, so 2022 and 2023. There were days. Well, there was a day in 2022 and a day in 2023 where there was clear skies. No thunderstorms, no windstorms, all clear, okay? Normal night weather, okay? So, the next thing you know, I was doing a gaming session, this is 2022. All of a sudden, there's a power outage. And the power goes out. Hours later, the electricity people had to come in and fix the situation with the power lines or whatever it is to get the power back up and running for the neighborhood. The same thing happened again in 2023. Again, like I said, clear skies. Okay, no storms. Just all clear. So that was very, very weird. So imagine if those unpredicted blackouts. So imagine if the neighborhood gets cut out from power and having to deal with a power outage in daylight in the middle of summer. That's something that you want to keep in mind about. That's something you want to think about, because that can go crazy. If this can happen at night where there's no storms, then I'm expecting this to happen in the daytime. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, check on my clothes, because they should be done in the washer. I'm gonna go ahead and move my clothes from washer to dryer, and then I'm gonna go ahead, head on back, and being heated and exhausted from installing the new AC unit, and then having to set my bed up with a few minor difficulties, okay? So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead, turn that big fan back on, and to help accelerate the process of cooling myself off. So, and I'm thinking about laying down a bit, but then again, I mean, you have to stop and think. I already brought up the story with the sudden power outages. Expect a neighborhood to get cut off from power in the middle of daylight. That's crazy. And then hours later, the electricity people comes in, fixes the situation with the power lines or whatever it is, and then power is restored. But until then, you wake up overheated and sweating. That's a big fear to have. So I ended up taking a nap in the middle of the day, which eventually putted the AC unit to test. And I will definitely say, man, did I had a great nap. No sweats whatsoever. It's very shocking. And this is going from 5,000 to 6,000. And yeah, I guess 6,000 is the way to go. Okay, so the air conditioner works out pretty well. Oh yeah, I do gotta remember, it is really windy outside, isn't it? Okay, so I'm in an area where I can more easily hear the outside, and I can see the outside, and wow. It is very windy. I was about to say fierce winds, but that's an overstatement. Yeah, that's an overstatement. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. They're not fierce winds. It's very windy, but I wouldn't go about saying fierce winds. Okay, now I am beginning to hear rain. Is it rain? You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and start feeling something real quick. Okay, so there is rain, but I wouldn't go about saying heavy rain or regular rain. Almost regular, but at the same time, not light, so yeah. Oh, and the raining just stopped. Yeah, just one tiny rain shower, and that's just it. Okay, so here's what's going on right now. I have it under a stopwatch when it comes to me testing out the battery life on this nice looking portable cooling fan, my bad. Yeah, it says mini cooling fan. And I already refilled it with ice cold water. And yeah, 75%, 13 minutes. Okay, 13 minutes at 75%. I have many questions. And I have it set to max speed. And I have both sprayers active. 1 hour, 21 minutes. So, yeah, that's what it took for this battery. Battery, 0%. 0%. You know what? I will go ahead and say it's actually not that bad for battery life. I will say that. So, I'm impressed. I am impressed. Okay, there's the water tank. How much did it use up? Oh, wow. Wow. Like, I filled it all the way up. It doesn't use much. I will go ahead and say Impressive battery life, 1 hour, 21 minutes. Okay. Maxed out, not bad. I will say that. But, however, if we're going to be talking about whether or not this is worthy or something, or whether it's useful or useless, that's going to be a discussion for another video. So, with that totally said, I'm just going to go ahead and end the vlog off there. That is all, and I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out.